Video game bang.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Video Game Bang. Video Game Bang. Your weekly source for all things video game. Featuring your fearless hosts, Cory, Vincent.
I'm pretty much Microsoft and Marvel. The cans are on. It's when ish gets real. People get shot during the day?
And Aaron Carter.
Buy the armor, I equip it, and it's like pink thong. The guy that delivers vending machine items at my job, he can play the right.
Fill up your Mountain Dew and grab your Doritos. It's time for Video Game Bang.
What is up, my pizza? Whoa. Hot mic. Can we turn that down? Yeah, there we go. That's the level I want, right there. Not too high, not a little too low. We just want to be right there, right in the middle. You really want the modulation detector to hit the yellow portion. For those of you who do podcasts, you know what we're talking about. So this is the Video Game Bang. Welcome to our humble little podcast, recorded here in Sacramento, California, the Sunshine City, the city of trees, the farm to fork capital of the world. And my co-host here, as always, joining me, sitting across the table, he is the man with the plan, Stan. Aaron Carter, what is up?
It's about selling stuff, okay? So that's what you got to do here. You got to
That's
sell
all-
things.
that's all podcasts are for.
That's all it's for. What we're selling today is pork chops, everybody. Freezer-dried pork chops. That's what we got. That's what we're selling, and that's what you're buying.
Yeah, so apparently I just learned recently that we've been podcasting wrong.
For 4.5 years.
I feel like such a chode.
Yeah, I mean... You're in that boat.
No, from what I hear, there's tons.
How you follow that?
There's thousands of people just making a full-time living off podcasts that have less listeners than us. But the reason that they do so well is because all they care about is selling things.
That's what it's all about.
We haven't sold anything.
No. Do you listen to the Savage Nation?
Oh man, no, I don't.
Okay. So
I know what it is.
yeah, he sells stuff all the time on his radio show.
He is also a giant chode.
Who else? There's another radio
Carrot
guy.
Top.
No. That's like
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones. He's another one that sells a lot of stuff
he does,
too.
that little fucker. Did you see that guy chasing people down on the streets of Seattle?
No.
Oh, he was like trying to make a point, and so he'd pick up hipsters, and like the hipster would say something, and he physically chased him.
Alex Jones did this?
He looks like Chris Farley when he runs. He ran across the street and was yelling in this guy's face. A guy finally threw his hot boiling coffee on Alex Jones.
That's good. But I saw a thing on him. Hey, thanks for the
With
subscribe.
a subscription.
El Jefe Reviews.
El Jefe.
Nice.
What does he review?
Mi amigo. Podcasts.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Alex Jones, he sells like all this vitamins and pills and all this other weird
Some end of the world
supplements.
shit too.
Yeah.
Like,
But I saw something on him and like how much of a crock he was and everything, and then I go to work and I was telling
And
this
he was in the
coworker.
store.
No, I was telling a coworker about him, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I buy his stuff all the time." And I was like, "What the hell?" And we pull in another coworker. I was like, "This dude." I was like, "You know who Alex Jones is?" He was like, "Oh yeah, I buy his stuff too." And I was like, "Has the world gone mad? Like, has the world gone crazy?"
Oh, Alex Jones. No, I buy his stuff too.
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do.
if we were right-wing crackpots, he'd be Bill O'Reilly. Welcome to the show,
Wow.
David Webb.
Hey,
Is that a bad thing though?
I don't know how to respond
Bill
to that.
O'Reilly's rich.
They're all rich.
It's all rich white guys with hair.
They're
Yeah.
all
They can do
rich.
anything.
Hey!
Hey, there, 3 months in a
Let's fucking
row.
go.
Nope, he's a part of the
Welcome to the Thong Club.
The Thong Club.
Yep.
Yeah, he is. Look at him already.
There
What
is.
is
What
up,
up, fam?
He said pink name to match his pink thong.
Webb, you strike me as a right-wing guy. Is that not true?
No.
You seem
No,
like
it's
you
not.
lean a little to the right. Where are you on the political spectrum? Are you liberal?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
With your upbringing, I thought that would be a little different.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Destiny 2.
All right. All right.
Sorry.
You've already lost Aaron's attention.
Yep.
But I'm interested. What's up?
There is infinitely more story, mainly because there wasn't that much story in the first
I
one.
was gonna say, so that just means there is a.
So there
story.
is a story.
Oh, so like from
it's-
Borderlands 1 to Borderlands 2, huh?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
It's actually a good story. It's a good campaign. There's a ton. So I beat it, 17 hours for the campaign, and there's a ton more.
Wait. You beat it? You said?
Yeah.
When did this game come out?
Okay, that's not a testament to the game.
No,
That's
I
a testament
know.
to my lack of having a life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have a 9 to 5 though, right?
No, yeah, but I was off Friday.
You have a wife as well, though, right?
Yeah, but she was at home.
Oh, I'm just saying. Yeah.
And we're divorced now because I beat Destiny 2.
Clearly.
She rolled her eyes at me when I told her I beat it. There's a lot to do, and after it's not just like patrols. There's patrols, but then there's like side story missions. There's like Tomb Raider crap. You go and like discover new places. Like it's pretty cool. I finally got my Sparrow.
You did?
Yeah.
Was it in the end game?
Yeah.
Aw.
It's end game. You can't customize it though. You could add shaders to it. Shaders work really weird in Destiny 2.
Isn't it one use and they're gone?
It's one use and they're gone, and then you get like you could get like a pack of 5 of the same, or you can just get one. But you can apply them to your ship, to your Sparrow, to any piece of armor, to your weapons.
I love it.
Yeah.
Game of the year.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Poking.
It is National Video Game Day,
It is
ladies
indeed.
and joims.
It
That
is.
means today on Twitter, all across the internet, people were showing love to video games in different forms and fashions. So, of course, we had to do the show today instead of tomorrow, 100% because it's National Video Game Day. And we wanted to honor that by video gaming. Did you do any video gaming to celebrate the day, Aaron?
No, I actually didn't.
I'm wearing a T-shirt. It has Mario from Nintendo on it, and it says gamer, and
Okay.
that's how I contributed.
I watched D&D. Does that count?
No,
Watched a lot of it actually.
Why this sudden fascination with?
Oh, it was Harmon's Quest. It's a show called Harmon's Quest.
Okay.
It's actually very
So
entertaining.
this is from Dan Harmon, the creator of Community, Rick and Morty. And what does he do?
From my understanding, because I'm new to it, and there's probably somebody in chat's going to explain it a lot better because they probably watch it too. But he did a podcast, and at the end of the podcast, they would play D&D, and then I guess that got popular and branched off and became its own thing. So, I'm not listening to the podcast. I just watched Harmon's Quest. I don't care. I mean, he has celebrities on there all the time, because it's Dan Harmon. Like, he's probably got a little movement like that. So.
I think like everybody who's ever played D&D has that idea of like, man, it would be so cool if we could somehow make a graphical representation of what just happened in our campaign.
Yeah, and they do that.
And we did that. Like we wanted to do that, and then everybody's wanted to do that. But Dan Harmon's fucking crazy and has enough money to actually make it happen.
And it does a very good job. Like when you're watching it, you know how they do this, like the kind of voice stutters for Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How he like I'm Rick.
Rick,
Yeah.
So
you shouldn't do that, man.
that's because that's kind
hate
of, but that's kind of how some
So
people speak that way, and you can see where he gets it from because there's another comedian on the show who just naturally speaks that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so when you see him speak and then you see the animation over it, it's like that's a freaking Rick and Morty character.
Yeah.
Like I see exactly where some of the inspiration came from. It's pretty hilarious too with some of the celebrities he has on there, and he doesn't go like shoot for the moon. Like, oh yeah, Denzel is on there playing D&D. Like he goes for your
everydays.
C plus,
Okay.
C plusers. I guess the biggest one would probably be who's the guy from Firefly who was just in
Nathan
Destiny
Fillion?
2?
Fillion?
Nathan Fillion's probably the biggest one.
Okay, that's a big fish.
So then, yeah, I would probably say Nathan Fillion's the biggest one, and that was the season finale. So
Pulled out all the stops.
Yeah, you pull out all the stops of the final one.
I started. It was one of those nights where I had nothing planned. So I just kind of went down the rabbit hole of Netflix,
Oh, yikes.
and I started watching just random stand-up comedy specials.
Did you watch Elephant in the Room?
Who's that?
That is Patrice O'Neill.
No, I didn't.
You should watch that one.
I did one better.
Okay, who?
I watched some Richard Pryor, Live and Smoking.
Okay.
It was good, man.
Well, I mean, he's the Godfather type of.
I know, but I've seen highlight clips and I've seen the movies, but this was raw Richard Pryor, like before his face got burned, like before he was
raw.
Before he was that Eddie Murphy was raw, but
No,
it was
never mind.
before like the boom, and this was like him. It was you could tell he wasn't like a full polished, confident comic like he turned into. It was interesting. It wasn't that good. But
I mean, I don't think I've actually, because I used to watch his movies when I could, because I know my mom wouldn't let me watch his movies because of the language.
Oh, good mama. Good mama Carter.
But I think I've only seen like half of his stand-ups, and they blur together.
You know, back then, it wasn't as big a deal as it is today for them to like keep continually coming up with new material. Because you think about it, stand-up comedy didn't have that big of a place on television.
Because there's no internet.
There's no internet.
Put it that way,
So
yeah.
you had to go see them. Your material would last years and years and years.
Yes.
And then TV started happening, and then people started catching on, and then internet. Now you have to have a new set every year.
Yeah.
At the minimum. So Richard Pryor was okay. Okay, this may be controversial.
Okay.
I watched a Sam Kinison.
Sam Kinnison's funny.
Not funny, dude.
Sam Kinnison's pretty funny.
This was late Sam Kinison, where he was all about the drugs.
Was he yelling?
Of course.
Oh,
That's what he does.
That's
what he does!
Yeah. I've seen his stand-up.
And that doesn't make it funnier!
I've seen his stand-up, and I saw at least one, I know that, and it was pretty funny.
This one, he right out the gate started talking about how he hates rap. And that was like...
Oh, I don't know that. Yeah. He came out PewDiePie people.
He came out straight up, and he was talking about how all they do is grab their dick and rhyme and stuff. And,
yeah, that's what they do.
But then, like, I was like, oh, shit, this is offensive. Then it cuts to Ice-T in the crowd, and he's just like having the fucking time of his life.
You know what? He probably knew Ice-T was in the
Yeah,
damn...
no, he did, because then at the end of the bit, he was like, Ice-T, everybody, Ice-T.
Yeah.
Ice-T! That's all that guy did.
Then the waitress brings him iced tea up front. I wasn't yelling for iced tea. He's right there.
Is that iced tea? It's lemonade.
Then, to complete the hat trick, I started watching a comedian that I did not expect to get any yucks from.
Bill Burr.
No, he's clearly hilarious.
Yeah, he's freaking
hilarious. I would have completely expected laughs. I love the guy. I knew he was a comedian. Didn't know how good he was. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's stand-up, his special Triggered.
Why wouldn't you like? Yeah, if you like the guy, you like his podcast and everything like that. Why wouldn't you think?
I don't like his podcast because he's funny though. Like I don't listen to it because I'm like, oh, Joe Rogan's hilarious.
So why
I need to listen because I'm generally interested in the topics like that he talks about and his guests.
It's like somebody
he reads Playboy. For the
yeah,
articles.
that's literally what that is.
It's not Joe Rogan Experience is not a comedy podcast.
I know it's not, but he seems like he integrates his stand-up. You know, not like your funny punchline, like here's a setup and here's a punchline and everything, but it seems like his humor would be the same thing as his stand-up would be the same thing as his podcast. Like, there's no,
here's the thing, like, I was talking to Mike Betancourt came in today and recorded his show, and I said the same thing. I was like, dude, Joe Rogan is fucking hilarious. And I was like, but on his podcast, he doesn't, like, play it up. And Mike was like, yeah, because he really, like, he's not a show-off. Like, he doesn't have to, like, be entertaining on a show. He's just himself. And then because a lot of the stuff was the same, he presented me the same information on his stand-up special that I'd heard on certain episodes, like the fact that there's more tigers in the state of Texas than there are in the entire world. Like he presented that as fact on his podcast, and they talked about how like crazy and bizarre it was, but then he took that exact same piece of material, put it on his special, and it's fucking hilarious. So check that out, everybody. Joe Rogan.
You don't venture outside the boxes, like people you've never seen before, like ever seen before.
It's hard.
Kevin Hart. Did you watch his?
I don't think
I've never seen his special.
Hey, thanks for the follow. I don't think you would like Kevin Hart as much.
Why? Why do you think that?
I think he's.
I love.
No, it's not because he's black.
I was gonna say comedy from a short perspective.
I think he has a different brand of comedy that probably wouldn't.
I don't think. Yeah, you're right. I don't think Cory would like his comedy.
Like
I hate Dane Cook.
What about Ricky Gervais?
I don't like Ricky Gervais.
I like him. I like his comedy.
I think he's funny, but I think in stand up, I think he just takes the easy joke. He's too mean.
Well, I
Kind
mean,
of like Jeffrey Ross. He's just mean.
Jeff
he's
Jeff
the roast
Ross. Yeah, Jeff Ross is pretty good at the roasting though.
He's just a mean guy. I like nice people.
Yeah, that's I don't know.
I want to see Marin stand up. Ironically, that's one guy whose stand up I haven't watched yet.
The funny
Mark Maron?
The WTF podcast.
Yeah.
And that's how he got his start. Like he eats, lives, and dies comedy because I watch his television show and everything, but I've never seen him do some stand up. So I'm actually like searching, and I think I'm gonna go see Joe Rogan next month. You want to go, Aaron?
No, I'm all right.
All right. Webb, you in?
No.
All right.
You know who actually to
Make it Kevin Hart.
to round it off though
we'll
to controversial. You want to go controversial?
Let's go
PewDiePie.
controversial.
Bill Cosby.
I'd go see him.
I go see him.
I'd
Bill
go see
Cosby was.
I bet he could spin it.
I'd be
I
hella
s-
disappointed if there weren't Jello, like little things of Jello on every chair.
I saw his.
Missed opportunity.
You don't want to take that one.
Oh, if it's sealed, it's fine.
It doesn't matter.
If it's open,
No, you know.
High
he's
risk, high
injected.
reward.
But anyway, Bill. No, I saw some of Bill's early stuff, and I laughed, and I was like, "Bill Cosby was funny." Like,
No, he actually was.
I didn't know that. I just knew him from Cosby Show, though. I didn't know him from, and I watched it
okay.
on. I think it was on Netflix at the time. But when I saw his comedy, I was like, I'm not gonna laugh at this, and I was like, holy crap, Bill Cosby is actually. He's a comedian.
I've seen some in chat. Ivy is in our chat, and she says Jeff Dunham, Chris Rock, and Dave Chappelle.
Jeff Dunham, really?
that's a weird thing. That's a weird mix.
You're gonna
of
put-
That's a weird
names.
trio.
You're gonna put Dunham in there?
Dunham.
No.
What's your three favorite comedians of all time, Aaron? Go.
Probably Dave Chappelle, Patrice O'Neal,
Okay.
rest in peace, Patrice, and crap, a third?
Yeah, a third.
That's a tough one. I don't know if I have a third. And the only reason I'm saying them is
What about
because
Chris Rock?
no,
He's Chappelle-esque.
no. Chris Rock is good.
If
but
you're following the lineage of like
no, because I'm what
hot
I'm going for.
comedians that kind of like directly took the mantle from one another.
No, I'm going for every time I've watched their stand up, I've laughed in any venue that they've been. If it's been like a little small, grainy video from YouTube, you know, in a nightclub somewhere, or if they were on a radio show, like they're just funny all the way around. So those are the two that stand out to me. And those are two different type of comedians. Like they are like. I don't know. So I'm gonna just go with those two right now. I don't know if I have a third.
Webb.
Kevin Hart.
Really?
Just gonna say and
I haven't seen that many.
and
So
Patton Oswalt.
I'm picking from those that I can recall.
Said Kevin Hart, Rodney Dangerfield, and Jay Leno. Those are mine.
Damn. Well, way to ruin the surprise, Aaron.
Let's go vastly different. Right
Let's see.
there.
I'm trying to think. Trevor Noah, his stand-up's pretty funny.
Trevor Noah was funny. Yeah, I liked him.
Aziz Ansari.
Swing and a miss there for me.
But to be fair,
Some.
his most recent. I don't know if he's actually done a special yet, but the stuff he's touring with right now is his funniest stuff.
You know what? You know who was kind of like hit and miss? Was Childish Gambino.
I thought
His jokes, his special. Like I watched his special, and they were hit and miss. There
Yeah,
was
he
some
was
where
hit
it
and
was
miss,
like
yeah.
it was like really funny, and the other ones where it was like, ugh.
I think his cereal bit was really good, but I think that was all that I remember taking away from it.
Yeah, I vaguely remember something about cereal.
Yeah.
I don't watch a lot of stand. There's a
Who's
women's
Jim
stand up
Jeffries?
that's funny.
There was a what?
There's a
Well,
women's
Please
stand up.
name them
Oh yeah.
so I can watch.
He's like, I think her name is Amy Schumer.
No,
Mm,
no. What was her name?
no.
She does something.
And you know what? Those kind of comedians, the Amy
Crap.
Schumer, like I'm gonna be
That's gonna bug me.
raunchy and dirty just to be raunchy and dirty.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Amy.
I
Schumer.
always feel like they're trying too hard though.
Yeah.
And I go out of my way sometimes. Like if somebody posts something on Facebook of a female comedian, I'll go and look for it. Like because it's hard to find a funny female comedian in my opinion. That's it. Like I look for them because I know they're out there. I think I've seen one.
Angela Johnson is the one I'm thinking of.
No, Angela Johnson wasn't funny to me.
She had funny. She has same thing with like Childish Gambino. She has funny
She's
bits.
fine to me.
Yeah.
But she wasn't funny. There was a female comedian, I think, named Tig.
Tig Notaro.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw her stand up.
She's funny.
And actually laughed. And I was like, they exist out there
She's really
somewhere.
fucking funny.
Yeah. I like Tig.
I think if I had to go, of course, the top of the mountain's Louis. Louis C.K. is a genius of comedy.
I don't know about genius.
Fucking genius, man. You got to sit down and actually just like watch a full thing because he's not up there telling jokes. That's what I kind of don't like. I don't like comedians that just go up there and tell a bunch of jokes. I like the long form storytelling that has callbacks and comes back and they dissect a subject and show the world through their usually very twisted worldview. So Louis, atop of the list. Eddie Murphy was the one who got me into stand-up comedy because my mom had the record.
Eddie came to a point, and I know he's still got it in him. He just doesn't want to, he's like, I'm done with all that. But I literally just watched last week Beverly Hills Cop 2 and was funny. Like it was hilarious. And I'm like, where is that,
You have it in you, Eddie.
Like, where the heck is that Eddie Murphy now? And I'm like, Dr. Dolittle was fun, but it wasn't funny. That was the difference.
I'm talking raw and delirious.
Yeah.
Like, you'll be hard-pressed to find a better hour of comedy than those two records. So good. And then the last one is, like, it switches. Like, one guy I think is fucking so good is Lavelle Crawford. Have you seen his stand-up? He's that big black dude, the super big guy. He was on Last Comic Standing.
Lavelle Crawford. Let me get a picture in front of me.
Him. Bill Burr is amazing.
What about T.J. Miller?
I've never seen his stand-up.
I don't know what award show, but Lavelle Crawford and one other guy. Lavelle Crawford lost a lot of weight, didn't he?
He did.
What did he do? Gastric bypass?
Probably.
Because he was a huge guy.
He was a big guy.
It was him telling jokes versus another what? The Neighborhood Awards. If you ever get a chance, go watch that. That's two comedians joking, bagging on each other. Thumbs up. Very, very, very good. And both of them don't back down. That's what's so good about it. Both of them do not back down. They keep going back and forth to where somebody had to come and like break it up. But it was all in good, like it was like a good spar. Like you see the two best boxers, sparring. And you're like, crap, look at this. This is good. It was two comedians going at it, and I was like, and it's funny when you see the comedians make comedians laugh. Yeah. Because then oh yeah, this is the creme de la creme type of stuff.
Jim Gaffigan.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty funny. I watched a couple episodes of his show.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I look for. I look for the comedian's comedian.
I said that I didn't like guys that just go up there and tell jokes, but then I just remembered Mitch Hedberg. Was his name? He was that big stoner guy, and a lot of his shit was just
the guy that died.
Yeah,
he was funny. Yeah,
a lot of it was kind of just like one-liners and weird like shower thoughts. I would call them.
Yeah, no. He was funny. He was funny.
Super good. All right, we can talk about comedy, but it's video game day, bitches.
It's comedy bang.
It's
bang. Is that what we're doing?
You remember I accidentally used to call our show Comedy Bang?
Yes,
Bang
you did
back in the day. Yeah.
Dang, is Lavelle Crawford's wife fun?
This is the part of the show where we just relax.
Because this takes 4 hours.
Take a sip of this fine whiskey. When I get into something, I get really obsessed. I told you this before, like the records thing, and now with the whiskey. I watched like
it's called being an alcoholic.
I watched no, because I've only drinking it like three times. But
today.
Follow us on Twitter.
It's just alcoholism. That's not obsession.
It's not obsession.
You never know what questions are asked.
Before I could crack the bottle.
Let's stop the song.
Yeah, let's stop the song. We can always go back to that. No, like before, I bought that nice bottle of whiskey to celebrate. But before I could drink it, I watched probably a collective hour worth of YouTube videos on how to drink whiskey properly.
What?
I watched about an hour's worth of videos on how to do it.
Like, all pretentious white guys.
That makes
no Scottish guys.
that are white.
Don't you just drink it?
They were actually black.
Bullshit.
Yeah, yes, BS.
I just wanted to.
You don't just drink it.
No, you don't just drink it.
Yeah, see,
That's
You have, to,
barbaric.
you have to do this with it.
I'm sorry.
You pour it.
I think I just drink my liquids.
No, you pour
Water.
it.
You have to let it aerate.
100%. Yeah, no, 100%. You pour it. You let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, F that.
Oh, you what?
The way I found makes it more enjoyable is to put exactly four, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 ice cubes.
So 5.
No, that's too much. 3 is not enough. 4 is too much. Or 5 is too much. 4 is the perfect number of ice cubes. You put 5 in there, and then before you drink it, you have to make sure you smell it, because that's part of the experience, right? So you swirl it around.
Why don't you just get one of those big giant ice ball things?
Ice ball things.
Yeah, you've never seen those? It's one big thing of ice. It's like a ball. It's one thing of ice, and you put it in your cup. It's huge. It's like yay big.
Okay.
And you pour your whiskey over that, and you just have that one ball that keeps your whiskey cool.
I like the dilution. And actually, a lot of whiskey specialists say that
Well,
that you
it's still
get the full
diluted.
flavor when you dilute it. Oh, so it's actual ice? Not
It's
like
actual
a whiskey
ice.
rock?
No, it's actual ice.
But the most important part is the smell. That's why you use one of these cups.
The what?
Kind of the smell. So the cup
You
kind of
went
comes
bop.
up to an angle, and when you drink it, you're supposed to put it right up there, and you do a little inhale, a little this, so a little hello.
Sounds
You swirl around. A little,
Too
do
much
it twice.
for a
How are you?
drink.
You do it 3 times. How's your day? Number 4. I'm fine, thank you. And
I've walked
then-
away at this point because
and
I'm just going to go
then-
take a shot of my whiskey and leave.
You know how dumb you look when you're doing that too?
What are you talking
you're-
about?
Literally, if you're out in public, you can go to the bar and let me get this whiskey, and you start, how's your day? Hello? Come on right on in.
I just think of that episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine when he had to go to that secret speakeasy, and they give Jake a thing of whiskey, and he takes a shot, and the detective that he's with is like, no, that's sipping whiskey.
It's so stupid. It's dumb.
No, when you want to enjoy something, because whiskey will get you fucked up really
Yeah,
fast.
I will. Yeah,
Okay, so then
you sip
I
it.
thought that was the purpose of alcohol.
No, it's to loosen up. It's to socialize, man.
Mary Poppins says, Cory, you're high. Go home
No, I don't do that. This
Who the
is
hell?
tonight.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Whiskey.
Dwayne.
Whiskey who? I can finally drink it now.
That's
Like, what? No. That's way too much.
Damn.
I've already finished my bottle of water.
Yeah,
That's what that is.
I'm on my 4th beer.
Exactly. Yeah, I bet. I bet.
Segment, didn't you?
What you drinking?
What you drinking?
Segments are longer than the ritual to drink whiskey.
I was so flustered
You hit the wrong button.
that I hit the wrong button.
Well, now we're doing this. Oh my gosh.
Damn.
All right.
You would be the type of person to drink it during this theme song too.
I am. Yeah. I
I mean, it takes about the same amount of time to just down the whole thing.
No, it's actually less time to drink the whiskey.
Probably.
Today's brain bang is not like the normal brain bangs. This is a special National Video Games edition, so there's no multiple choice. I just wanted to hear from the internet and see what games that you believe are like forgotten gems that you grew up with, don't get all of the glitz and glam of like most of the games of our era. The Marios, the Sonics, the GTAs, all these games that we're very, very familiar with. We talked to Death on this very show even. And I put a picture of my choice, which, again, because it's my choice, we've talked about it on the show, Legend of Legia. I think it's super underrated, one of the best RPGs the original PlayStation had to offer. Yet, not many people give it the just desserts that it deserves. Before I get into what America thought, Aaron, do you have any guesses? Or any personal ones for you?
I think you said it already on Twitter.
Phantasy Star Online.
That's. Well, see, no, they've done it, but they just didn't bring it over here.
Yeah.
That's
well,
the
that
problem.
was that. I saw Brett from NRG.
Yeah.
That's what he put. And I have to agree. I think that's my choice.
But they
too.
did it. That's why I didn't kind of choose it, because, like I said, they did it, but they just didn't bring it.
It's if it's not in America, it doesn't count.
Yeah,
America.
yeah, basically. What did I say the last time? I said something last time. What did I say? Did I say?
Not
Dark.
necessarily a game you
Perfect
want
Dark.
brought back or returned, just like a forgotten gem. Just one that's like,
Yeah.
I attribute a lot of my gaming essence to this one title.
Well, I could say No Mercy.
WWE No Mercy. No one said that.
Yeah, I can say No
God
Mercy.
damn, that was a good game.
And I actually streamed that like a month or so back, 2 months, and
You won't see
Played
me
the
in
story
a broiler
mode.
room match, bro.
and see, you don't even
See
get
me
that.
in the broiler
you don't even
room.
get that type of stuff anymore. I don't even get that
I'll
stuff.
pick Mankind.
That's horrible.
I'll put a sock on my hand, and I will essentially take away your life by sticking my hand down your throat.
All right, moving right along. Yeah.
My choice was actually I put Legend of Legia as just like a example, but really when I started really thinking about it, the game I probably put more hours into than any game in my entire life, Twisted Metal 2.
Yeah, that was a good one. I don't really, because it's had sequels.
It went up to Twisted Metal Black, but it was never good. Like, there was Legend of Legia 2, but that game was kind of bad.
It was ahead of its time.
Was Black the last one, really?
I think it was. Twisted Metal Black, I think it was called. I don't know, but regardless, it was terrible. Twisted Metal 2 was perfect. I think of all the games, if that was out and esports was a thing, I would have been...
Oh, you think that would have been your esport game?
I would have been Seagull. I would have been the biggest...
The Seagull of Twisted Metal.
I would have been the Seagull of Twisted Metal.
That was back before...
Put that in your Twitter bio.
That was back before game balancing. Like... There was clearly some OP characters on there.
Oh, man. Mr. Slam. If you could land that... If you landed his special move, he was OP.
I'm thinking more of... Who was the guy in the tank?
I'd never played the game.
That's a cheat character. Are you talking about the little tank or the cheat code tank?
No, cheat code tank.
Oh, Minion.
Minion, yeah.
You can't choose Minion. That was a cheat character.
Could you unlock him somehow?
By putting in a code.
All right, then. So then he was in the game. He's a character.
That's cheating.
That's not cheating.
I mean, of the real characters, that would be banned in esports.
But see, I'm controversial.
No game genies in
I wasn't.
esports.
Twisted Metal was a good game, but I was Vigilante 8.
Oh, you scrub. What
Yep.
the hell?
Vigilante 8 was my jam.
That's like someone saying that they prefer fucking, I don't know, I can't even think of something.
Exactly.
NBA Live to 2K.
No.
That's NBA Live
Because
to
NBA
2K.
Live was on the top for a little bit. Then 2K was on the top. And then they...
Didn't Vigilante come out before Twisted Metal?
No, Twisted Metal came out after. I mean, Vigilante came out after Twisted Metal.
I thought
It was a clone. It was the copycat. That's hands down. Vigilante 8 was the copycat of Twisted Metal. Hands down. But I just like the fact that when they came out at the same time, Twisted Metal or Vigilante 8 had better graphics. They had better car physics, and more unique characters to me. So they had a black guy with like a Cadillac who had a sound system.
That was the exact same character as
Stereotype.
Twisted Metal.
No, they had Thumper. Yeah, no, but this one
He shot fire.
Yeah, see, no, yeah, but the guy
Is that his rap album?
the guy on Vigilante 8, he did the bass quake, and it would ripple the whole level, pushing cars back, flinging them across the level, and it like had the ripple effect in the game. Like you never saw folds in the
With 8 bits?
Yeah, well, like those old school graphics. But when I saw the ripple effect go through, I was like,
Whoa.
Done.
Whoa, these graphics.
Yeah, it was like dope.
Next level.
We got
I thought
some,
the levels from Twisted Metal 2 were incredible, though.
See, that's where we differ again. The
Do you remember-
levels on Vigilante 8.
Dude, the Paris level, the Paris France level.
Oh
in
no, I
Twisted
remember
Metal,
getting the Eiffel Tower
you
to
knock it
down.
over.
Yeah,
that was like the most fun thing to do.
Paris,
Yeah.
Texas level.
Paris Hilton level. It could have
Yeah.
been. Other people said Time Splitters was another popular answer.
That one was one of the first, I think, internet rumor ones of like, oh, there's a Time Splitters coming out. There's gonna be another Time Splitters coming out, but never came out.
Advanced Wars for the Game Boy Advance.
Stop it. Who
What?
said that?
Actually, one of my coworkers.
Kick them. Yeah.
What? What's your beef?
Invite them to the chat. Then
What's
kick 'em.
your beef?
Nobody wants that game. Nobody wants that game.
No, it's not. What do you want a remake of? It's like, what did you like? What was your childhood?
Again, nobody wants that game.
Another pretty popular one was Shadowrun.
That was the first one that was trying to be a cross-platform with the Xbox 360 and PC, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Or were they talking about the original Shadowrun, which was more of an RPG?
No, it was the 360 one.
So then they definitely need to be invited to chat and kicked out because that game was horrendous.
Well, people liked it. It
Nobody
doesn't
liked
matter.
that. Even the guy that liked it, didn't like it.
It's
Aaron, did
video
you play
game
it?
day. It's a celebration of
Did you
people's
play it?
Yeah, I
childhood.
played that.
Okay.
Because the only reason why I played that one because it was the one that was supposed to be the cross-platform where you can
Right.
play versus versus the PC people. That's when I worked at GameStop still, and we could check them out for free. And that was in the dump bin, sir. Always in the dump bin. When it was released, it was in the dump bin.
Legend of Dragoon got quite a bit of attention.
Very good one.
Okay, you're okay with that one.
Because it's good. I know quality.
This isn't what does Aaron like. It's what made you love
If
video
I had a
games.
TARDIS and I saw these results, I would go back to their childhoods,
And smack
rip
'em?
these games from their hands, and then give them good ones.
Would you give him future games?
No, I'd give them classic games from that
From that
era.
time?
I'd be like, you're just not playing the right game, man.
Drop an Xbox One under that. Here you go, kid.
No, this is the future. Yeah, no, I don't know if
That's breaking a lot of time travel.
that is. Yeah.
Several people put Musashi as one.
Oh, the
Brave Fencer Musashi.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
It
That's
was-
wait. Hold on, let me see if that's the
look
purple
at the
box art.
album. Yeah, it's the art with the little guy with the big hair and the sword.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Another one that when I saw the title and the cover, it brought back so many memories. Do you remember Tombai, the little pink-haired caveman guy?
I never got to play it. You know what? That was one of the first games I always wanted to play when it was on G4. They had a show called Cinematech where it was nothing but cutscenes. That's all they showed. It was a 30-minute show of video game cutscenes.
Okay.
And they would show that Tombai thing over and over again, and I'd be like, I want to play this game. I don't even know what it is. And so I never got to play the game though. I just saw cutscenes from the PlayStation on there.
Our very own Madison put Thinkin' Things Collection 2.
Okay, Madison. All right.
I think, was that a PC educational game?
I don't know. You might as well play
Brainstorm.
Math Blasters.
that was
Math
a real
Blasters.
thing.
Jeez.
That was a real thing.
That was. I played that in elementary school.
Yeah.
I played Math Blasters.
Or Math Munchers was another one.
Math
too.
Munchers. We played that too.
Math Munchers pissed me off because it was you would move the muncher to the correct answer and then press the space bar to munch it.
Yeah.
But if you munched the wrong answer, your character died basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was always a sweating moment whenever you got to the is it 4? You press space bar. Damn it!
Did you get the algebra DLC?
No, I didn't get the algebra
Got the
DLC.
algebra DLC.
But mind you, when I played those games, they were this is back in the Mavis Beacon.
Yeah, Mavis
days.
Beacon. Yeah, Oregon Trail. Mavis
So
Beacon.
everything was
Math Muncher.
black and white on old Macs
Or green.
or green. Yeah, there
Oregon
was
Trail was green.
no such thing as DLC. But
Sarcasm.
yeah, Oregon Trail. I would. So now, if
Oregon
one of the people
Trail.
said that,
Oregon Trail?
Yes.
Oregon
No, that
Trail.
game gets too much recognition. already.
no,
Does it?
Oregon
I said
Trail.
forgotten games.
Oregon Trail is so good.
It's
'cause
been remade. It's a board game right now. It's a mobile game.
I don't care.
It's a mobile game?
It's a mobile game. You can get it right now.
I do not
It's
care.
pay to win,
in
though, like a
third,
bitch.
In third grade, my teacher, Mr. Hamilton, one of the best teachers ever. That's really got you the pay to win for Oregon Trail.
Like a bitch. I don't know why that. Yeah. Sorry, continue.
He started us off with Oregon Trail. That was our first day, probably not learning anything else besides that.
Besides dysentery.
But he let all the kids pick the names for the characters, and they were all X-Men characters. And it was weird because Wolverine was the first to die, and we are he has a healing factor.
Yeah, you can have
what?
dysentery. Yeah.
But it was that's a good one.
That's not Oregon Trail.
One that really pulled at my heartstrings was Fighting Force.
Very good.
That was I think it could be one of the most underrated beat 'em up games of all time. Underrated. We all know the big ones, right? We all know Streets of Rage and Battletoads and all that shit.
It felt like the natural progression of the Streets of Rage type of series.
I don't know any one person who actually owned Fighting Force, though.
I only rented it.
Yeah. I rented it 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
And even the guy who posted it on the Energy Twitter, I told him, I don't know, I never bought it. And he
That's
was
why it never came out with a good
That's
sequel,
what he
because you
said.
guys never supported it.
The guy who posted it said, actually, I never bought it either. I just played it at my friend's house. So,
Yeah.
that was the problem.
Yeah.
Fucking, we ruined the industry. I don't know. I think that's...
So okay, did you spend a lot of time with rented games or actual purchased games? Because my childhood was mainly
most
rented.
rented.
Yeah. Okay. Do they even? I don't think kids do that on the regular anymore.
No,
because there's no
way.
place to really, right?
No, you
No,
can't.
you can't because it used to be Blockbuster.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Or
But
Hollywood
Red,
Video.
I mean, can't you Redbox stuff?
Yeah,
GameFly. I think is a thing.
GameFly I've heard is like a really good deal.
I imagine it would be. I don't know why I don't. It'd probably end up like Netflix. I wouldn't return anything.
There's
That's
your,
why I don't Redbox.
There's your Dark Souls right there for the old school, the Jurassic Park Sega game. Yeah, that was definitely a difficult one. Ready to Rumble in chat? That was a good one.
Oh shit! Ready to Rumble.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh my gosh.
So I was speaking about video games today at work, and I realized as a kid I played actually a lot of sports games. On my Sega Genesis, I had Bill Walsh's College Football. And you laugh, but that game was dope.
I know. I imagine
that game. I traded a kid in my neighborhood for a 4-way splitter for my Sega Genesis.
Yeah,
for an action figure. I got the better of the deal, clearly.
obviously.
And me and my friends, they all brought their Sega controllers over, and we played Bill Walsh's College Football on the same team, full season, and it was dope because I would be quarterback, and when you draw back, the characters would go up, and they would be little blocks, meaning that they were further out, and I could press the corresponding button to throw it to one of my friends. They'd take control, and they'd run out, and I was like, "This is co-op." That probably started the co-op love right there. Right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
with you?
Yeah. And then I played Evander Holyfield's boxing on Sega
Evander
Genesis a lot.
What?
Yeah.
I remember the best boxing game of all time being Fight Night Round 3. Fight Night Round 3 was insane for a boxing game. Had I believe it had a good career mode in it.
That's what started our discussion today, was the Fight Night. Yeah.
It was arcadey enough. It wasn't too beyond, you weren't Afro Thunder from, you weren't crazy Ready to Rumble characters. But you were just, it was I don't know. It felt like it was the perfect game. It hit the sweet spot, like No Mercy.
Yeah. Yeah. It had a good boxing system, and unless you were like Muhammad Ali or something like that.
I think Butterbean was a playable character.
I think he was, yeah.
I think he was. I was always Butterbean just because he made me laugh. And he was heavy-handed, so you just had to punch people a few good times and knock them the fuck out. That was a good game. I spent way too much. There's certain games in my life, thinking about it today, I really did ponder. I didn't just throw that question out there and not reflect on it. Really sat there in silence, just reflecting on the games that shaped my life. And Tekken was a huge one in that. Tekken 3, more specifically. Yeah. I just played it a lot. I don't know why. It wasn't one of I wouldn't call it one of my favorites, but I just spent more time in that. Those wrestling games, clearly creating characters and going through storylines.
Yeah, that was good.
What else is another good one? Legia.
I played a lot of Crazy Taxi.
Halo 2.
How did you play more than 5 minutes?
I don't know. That game,
that
I just
soundtrack,
sit
man.
there. The soundtrack was good. I played hours.
Yeah, I never
of
played
Crazy
longer
Taxi.
than 5 minutes of that game. Unless we were no.
See, the two big games from my childhood, that I played the most, are not forgotten games. Halo 1, and Star Fox.
Yeah, they're still around.
Yeah,
They're
those
still
games get
around.
tons of love.
Yeah. I mean, there it is.
I don't. Come to think of it, I don't even know how I got some of those games, or why. Why would Legend of Legia appeal to me? I never played a turn-based game before that one. I don't even think I played one since that one.
Yeah, I think
I wasn't into
yeah.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy, I wasn't into either.
Yeah.
That game
15
just. I think we rented that game on a whim.
I know why. It was a demo. It was on the demo disc.
Oh, I remember those.
Yep, they don't do
Yeah.
those anymore, do they?
No.
Well, I mean, they do demos, I guess, right?
I remember
It's called beta.
bugging my mom in the grocery store when I was a kid because it came with this one's got the demo disc. Can I get this one, Mom? And then she'd let me get it, and then you find out. That's how we found out about new games.
Yeah.
There's no
internet.
It was the magazine and then the demo disc,
Yeah.
and then whatever your friends at school would tell you.
We used to sell those at GameStop right when I started working there. We had the magazine rack for the Xbox magazine, PlayStation magazine, all that type of stuff.
Nintendo Power.
I was
We-
which one? Game It? No, not Game Informer.
Game Pro?
Game Pro
Pro,
magazine.
yep.
Yeah, that was another big one.
I remember when I hit that age where I had to clean my room and throw shit out. And I remember the day I threw away all my Game Pros.
You want to hear about throwing away stuff? So GameStop, we had to throw away a lot of. We threw away all those.
Yeah.
When we stopped selling magazines and manga, because we used to sell Shonen Jump.
Okay.
We had to throw them all away, right? So my boss was like, I mean, if you want any of that stuff, you can, it's all just trash now. So I took 2 Shonen Jump mangas, right? Put them up in my closet. Didn't even think about it, right? Yeah. So I go back years later while I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And we're looking for... That's gross.
Playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
For the sub, Sir Butcher?
Yeah, thanks for the sub, Sir
thanks,
Butcher.
Sub.
So I go back, and I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I find out that they put cards inside those books, right? Like rare cards. So I go and look at my book. I got a real rare card in there. And I was like, holy crap. There's a card. Look at my other book. It's gone. So somebody may have just probably took it out of the book and left. But I'm like, and then I started thinking, I was like, there's a lot of freaking books that we just tossed away. That probably had rare cards in there. And I was like, well, they're gone now.
You were going to dumpster dive.
Hell, it was years.
Oh, okay.
It was already years. So, yeah, no, I wasn't going to dumpster dive. They're in a landfill somewhere collecting dust. So, but, yeah, that's throwing away money right there, people. That's throwing away money.
Oh, son of a bitch. Look at that. We got the What You Playing theme song. Created by Kyle McGuire back in the day.
What happened to Kyle? We haven't heard from him enough.
He moved up to Washington and became a deep sea fisher.
Sound like you said he moved up to the east side. Finally got a piece of the pie. Yeah. A deluxe apartment over there. Huh?
That is, of course, the What You Playing theme song. We heard a little bit about Webb playing Destiny, so we don't need to hear too much more, other than the fact, do you recommend it? Did you play alone? What did you play, like, in a party? How did you do it?
No, I played alone, mainly because I forgot.
Sad.
Yeah, it does sound sad, but mainly because I forgot to renew Xbox Live Gold, because it's been a while since I played Xbox. So you can't play the
game without Xbox Gold?
No, I played the campaign without a problem. You still see everybody, like you still see the other players and everything like that. You just can't do like the Crucible. I don't think you could do strikes or anything like that.
Okay.
Definitely can't play in parties. Yeah, I recommend it. I think it's fun, especially if you really like Destiny, the first game. You're really gonna love Destiny 2. If you dropped off on the first game, try this one and see if it brings you back in.
Aaron, have you had a chance to play video games?
No, been writing a lot still. Boring stuff.
As you do.
But I might have to get back on GTA Online.
Are you ready to start role-playing, or is there the new DLC or something?
There's another DLC that kind of makes it like Battlegrounds.
It was only a matter of time before that happened.
It literally does, because they just drop you from a plane random somewhere in the city, and then the map gets smaller and smaller, and it's a deathmatch.
So fucking brilliant. I think if they would have just had the foresight to do that when King of the Kill first started, and beat PUBG, it probably would have blown up.
But they add cars with weapons on the cars too, though. Now
that's dope as fuck.
So like
good stuff. I love Rockstar.
And I mean,
you can get a Hunger Games mod.
They literally, but this is just Rockstar putting it in the game for free for you. Just like, hey, we can do that, guys.
I love Rockstar. They're so good. I cannot wait for Red Dead, the new one. I know they got.
You think they're gonna do the Battleground for Red Dead as well? Drop you from like a giant crane or a dirigible or something like that.
A Zeppelin?
Yeah, Zeppelin.
I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, I just can't wait for the story mode. Like, I still remember the day GTA 5 came out, and on my car ride home, just seeing the glow from the sun reflecting off of the green cartridges in like everybody's car on my way home.
Oh yeah, everybody had it.
I swear to God, everyone was like at the red lights looking at it. Like there was a big line of people at the Walmart that I bought it from. And it was just a movement. Like the whole day was like dedicated to GTA. It was in every news article. There's a new GTA out. And then when you first started the game and that opening cinematic happens and the music kicks in and it does like a full title sequence, Like that feeling you get in your gut of like, fuck, this is a legendary experience. I love GTA.
It's a little different for this one. I mean, it's only 28 people. That's all they can get in a match.
For Red Dead?
No.
Oh,
for,
okay,
for
gotcha.
their quote unquote PUBG type of thing.
Yeah.
They couldn't get 100, so.
Yeah.
But I mean, they knew what they were doing.
I'll forgive them. It's free. Fuck it.
Yeah. If you have the game at least.
I've been playing way too much Overwatch. It's been
Good thing you gave it up.
I know, right? Good thing you went on Twitter and gave it up.
I have suffered the lowest lows this season and the highest of highs. It's nuts. I almost want to stop playing until they fix Mercy. It's so damn frustrating.
They still haven't updated her yet. Huh?
No, Mercy, until they've announced the changes, I mean, I always hated her because of those stupid 4-man, 5-man reses. It sucks. You could completely win a team fight, and just because a Mercy pops in, she gets invincibility for long enough to resurrect everybody, and then they just wipe you. It was dumb. I mean, you could counterplay her as much as possible, try and target her out, but it only does so much. You can't stop those crazy 5-man reses. And so just and even today, I went on an insane win streak with these dudes I found in some pug matches. So we went we won 6 matches and lost 2, I think. And the 2 we lost can always be pinned down to a fucked up Mercy res at just the right time. I hate that mechanic. I think it was dumb. I don't know.
It's gone chains.
I'm so glad it's
gone
gone.
to chains.
I'm so glad it's gone. I almost consider the game broken until it's fixed.
Wow. I mean, but this game has been this way for quite some time. So I mean,
I don't know what to tell you. I'm so tilted. I was winning and I was still tilted. Even when we do it, when we have a good Mercy and she does this big old fat dick raise and we all just come up and fuck everyone, I'm like, I don't feel proud of that. I'll take the SR. Thank you. Hello. Come again. That's all fine, but fuck that. It feels so dirty. So that's my Destiny rant for the day.
all right.
It's an Overwatch rant.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not even the right game, but
Oh, that was the mistake horn.
the mistake horn, huh?
That's what we have now.
That's horrible.
All of them.
Yeah. I think you might want to cover this.
Webb's telling the news.
Aaron, what do we have in the news today?
We have.
Wait. Aaron did the news?
Aaron did the news.
Shit, hold on.
No, Aaron's doing the news.
By the way,
Nope, let it
Y'all
cook.
look lovely tonight.
Let it cook.
How's it going? How's everybody doing?
Let it cook, sir.
Y'all look beautiful in chat.
Next time
I love seeing you out here tonight.
What's his name?
Aaron's telling the
His
news.
icon.
Joey.
Joey. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to Joey's. Let's get the big news out of the way, people. PewDiePie. We've all known it.
What did he do this time?
What do you mean, what'd he do this time? The Pewds.
that's the worst nickname. The worst. No, it's up there.
It's a
up there.
fitting name
It's
for the
fitting.
Pewds.
The Pewds.
The Pewds was streaming a game called Public G.
Public G.
Yeah.
BT Dubs, that's what I'm calling it from now on. Hey, it's got that Public G.
And he was hiding behind a car, trying to shoot another competitor or
They
something
were like on
that.
a freeway or something. I saw this.
Yeah.
And he was a little
tilted.
little tilted,
salty.
that he couldn't, I guess, finish the job. And he proceeded to call the young man or female out of her name. But the way that he said it.
Wait, what was the word? That was.
He called her a Niger.
I don't see nothing
The
wrong with
African
that.
nation.
Isn't that the name of the dad from Wild Thornberries?
That's Nigel.
Nigel.
I've been saying it wrong the whole time.
Yeah, he was just shooting like freaking Nigels. Yeah. And
Wait. Okay, so he
dropped the
dropped
N-bomb.
the hard R.
Yeah, he dropped the
What's up, my
hard
Nigels?
R.
I heard it. I watched it like 3 times, And it was the hardest of ours.
But it was I think so. I watched it too. I watched it multiple times because it made me laugh because of his. And I've always said, I tell all my friends, I'm like, white people say it when we're not around, guys. It's you should just know that.
That's not true, Aaron. I do not.
That's true.
I do not.
It's cool.
Okay, I know Cory just said this, so it may take away from me saying it. I honestly do not.
I want Aaron to know.
I guarantee you he does.
I want Aaron to know that this conspiracy is not true.
I don't know if it's a conspiracy rather
Aaron,
than just
I'm one of
truths.
I'm one of the good ones.
He says this, he hides his sheet.
Exactly. So the ease of him just saying it.
Yeah.
It makes you just feel like, yeah, this dude, he says it,
And then he come out and say, I didn't mean anything bad by it.
I don't know. No, okay, so
because I've
seen people try to defend it,
right?
Which is the stupidest thing you could ever do. We're like, well, he was playing a video game. He was in the moment. He was triggered. I was like, oh, we just become racist whenever.
Racist.
We just
Swedes.
we just racist whenever we play. I don't know when I'm playing Tetris. I'm just like,
you get that straight.
Yeah,
Nigel.
Here's something that is not in his defense, but something that is fact, and it is that PewDiePie is very Swedish.
Yeah.
Okay, what does that mean?
And in Sweden, they do not have the education, or they're not brought up with knowing the ins and outs of the U.S. slavery. They don't. They truly do not understand the meaning behind that word. And no, this is true from my experience. I've had conversations with other people from Sweden who've asked me to explain it more because they seriously do not know.
But you know that it's a bad word.
No, they
right?
definitely know it's a bad word, and
Okay.
they understand roughly, that it's bad, but they don't know. They don't get it. They don't understand why.
If I know something is a bad word, then I know that
it's not a defense. I'm just saying it doesn't mean the same thing to him.
This is beyond just a country. This is more universal.
I would say if this was a random Swedish streamer, I would say okay. PewDiePie is a internationally known streamer.
That is true.
He makes YouTube videos. He travels the world. He knows
that's true.
better.
He should have known better.
He's a little more educated than your average Swedish,
and that's why
I
all the
guess.
Swedes that I'm referring to would never have done that.
I want to know. I want to
They're
know the average Swede that just says that so casually because they don't know. They just think it's a naughty word.
They just think it's a fun word to say.
I don't buy that.
No, dude.
I don't. Okay, I can see them not being educated on American slavery. That's fine. But knowing what the word is and it's a negative connotation towards a certain group of people,
right?
Yeah, I don't buy your ignorance on that. I won't buy your ignorance on that. It's a negative.
Even if you don't understand the full negativity of it, if you know it's negative,
towards
it's bad.
one, especially people in Europe, because you got Spain over there, and you know what the word means, in Spanish. Or even sounds close to in Spanish and probably in Portuguese and any other one. So it's directed towards certain thing.
It's funny because the article I read about it, because I didn't watch the video, I just Googled it because somebody in our Discord was talking about it.
Yeah.
And so I Googled it, and the article I read, it was from BBC in England.
Uh-huh.
They were writing about it, and they were saying how it was a racial slur. So, I mean, I know, granted, in England, they probably have a better handle on slavery.
They kind of separate themselves. Well, I saw somebody say a black guy that was English that was like, at the time, a lot of the English were like, well, we're above slavery. We're too sophisticated.
Oh, no, that was the colonists.
Yeah, that was the colonists. Yes, that wasn't. Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't buy the ignorance of Because I'm trying to think of, is there any other words you can think of that is just derogatory towards that one group of people that's universal around the world that's used? Like you don't see Swedish people online playing freaking Redskins. Like no, that's an American thing relegated over to us. That's not a universal thing, and us Americans know that's a bad derogatory term towards Native Americans. So. That's what. But that word that he used, I think that's universally known that's derogatory towards what. Even if they don't know the history behind it,
right?
They know the sentiments that it's used for.
And what makes it even more he knew what he was doing. This is coming off of the heels of the his whole
Yeah,
anti-Semitism
he knows.
Nazi thing that
He
did.
knows
And
exactly
he
what
knows
it was.
exactly what he
It was
doing.
freaking. It's PewDiePie.
Okay, here's the thing. Do you think he's a racist?
Do I think he's a racist?
I think he's
So racism to me is a spectrum. It's not a black and white type of thing. It's not like
no pun intended.
yeah, no pun intended. It's not a thing. I feel like it's not a thing where it's just like you do this. That's what racism. There's a lot of different things that. So I think he has been brought up in a society where, or like an environment, that's where he saw that as okay.
Yeah.
Like that's just, if I dropped an F-bomb or if I, say any other of the curse words, that's just a part of that whole thing. Has he been around any, black people in his neighborhood or whatever? Or
unlikely.
Probably not. Yeah, because I think he come from money. Like his mom is
Yeah,
rich
he comes
too.
from money.
So
I think he's definitely on the racist spectrum, but I think what he does is he knows the triggers, and he this is what he does. This is what PewDiePie does.
I don't think he's racist. I honestly don't think in his heart he dislikes
black people,
black
right?
people.
Yeah.
To me, a racist is someone who, in their heart, like really hates and wishes
I guess
pain
that's-
and ill will to black people or people who don't look like them in general.
But I think that's
I
part
think
of
he's irresponsible. I think he's stupid. I think he's an idiot. I think he's just a kid from.
Oh no, he's past kid now.
Well, I think he's a product of his generation, and he's the epitome of it. Who does he entertain? Who does he spend all his
It's
time
true.
around?
It's like teens and
I don't know if he spends all
That's his world.
Yeah, that's who he entertains, but you're still a damn adult, and you should probably, have some, have the mind to be like, well, I need to be responsible for things I say because I am in front of millions of people that watch me and everything like that. They had people all on Twitter. Other celebrities are, I guess, YouTubers,
Yeah.
other, internet
Streamers.
personality streamers. They all, of course, spoke out on him. Sky Williams, have you heard of him?
Sky Williams. No, was he the equals 3 guy? I don't know.
No.
Name sounds familiar.
I think he did Dear Female Streamers or something like that. We talked about it on the show a long time ago.
Yeah. I remember that guy.
I believe he's friends with
Zoe Berger and all them, right?
I don't know if he's friends with Zoe Berger. I know he's friends with your guy, and I like the guy too.
My guy? Who's my guy?
You watch his reviews?
Donkey.
Oh, Donkey.
He's friends with Donkey.
Okay.
Donkey's a white guy, right?
Donkey's my friend. Yeah.
Donkey has definitely dropped the N-bomb.
Has he?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I take away my
no
affiliation.
So Donkey has dropped the N-bomb in his videos, mind you.
In his videos.
You know what? I will pull it
Hard
up.
R?
Nope. Soft A.
Soft A.
Yeah.
I'm still.
He definitely said it with a hood accent.
Is that better or worse?
Look, when it comes to me, and I could probably get hate from the black delegation, but I'll smooth it over with them during the meeting. When it comes to me, say whatever the hell you want, right? I'm like, you say whatever you want. If you feel comfortable saying that word, do you, because it doesn't, there's not a lot that triggers me. But just know, that there are people out there,
the majority,
that does not want you, and you can try to fight it all you want. Oh, well, if one group of people can't say it, then nobody should say it. That's fine. You could feel that way too, but just know that there are a group of people out there that do not like it when you say that word. And if they decide to march on you,
wait,
or they decide to protest, or they decide to,
kill,
come up to you and air grievances towards,
air grievances,
you mean whoop that ass?
Don't look in my direction to be
but
like,
my friend Aaron.
Yeah, no.
Guys, I'm not racist. I have a black friend.
No. Now, if they approached me, Aaron, why did you let this person say that? Oh yeah, then I'll defend myself. I'll be like, look, go to episode 106, 206, and listen to me. You know, I didn't tell them niggas to say it. And then I'd move right along. So that's how it is. But like when I watched Donkey's video and I heard him say it, I had to rewind it just to see if he was, and they had it in subtitles, so he did.
Wait, okay. Does it make you think differently of Donkey's
Not at
content?
all.
Because I know you were kind of a Donkey fan. With me.
This is the first time you've heard me say it, right?
Yeah.
This is an old video.
Oh, so you've seen this?
Yeah,
long
this
time
is
ago.
like a year, 2 years ago old video.
Okay.
I don't think different of his content. I didn't like PewDiePie because I didn't think it was funny.
Yeah, he's not.
When I watched that video of him saying what he said, I laughed. You know, I saw it again on Desus and Mero, and they kind of, you know, they had their comments on it, but it wasn't like anger, like, oh, we hate this guy, like outraged. I mean, they're comedians too, though, so you know they gotta joke about it. But it's like, I don't know. It's
dumb. Apparently, he did like a video.
Did he do an apology?
I didn't watch it. I don't know whether it's an apology or if he kind of defended himself, so I can't really speak too much as to that side of it. I hope it was just a pure apology of. I don't know what he could say. Honestly.
What do you think? Because somebody tweeted out, PewDiePie is effed up. He once again put YouTube in a precocious place. There will be fallout from this. What?
Well, from what I hear, that PewDiePie is kind of blamed by a lot of YouTubers for the fall of monetization. Because he's so bad and he's done so much shit that was offensive that they started cutting monetization to videos they deemed inappropriate. So they think that...
they have, yeah.
That's true. It did come right on the heels of his anti-Semitism
and
thing.
They're kind of thinking that, it was just getting back to normalcy. People were starting to make money.
And then here he comes.
And then here he comes again.
With the in train.
Yeah. And that's another thing is he just got everything smoothed over, and then he knows what he was doing. It wasn't like an accident, like it slipped.
Wait, you don't think it was an accident?
When he said this, I don't think so.
I think he's comfortable now.
I think he may have played it off like an accident, and he may have done it in a situation to where he could say, "Oh, it was an accident," and kind of play off of that.
So you think this whole thing was just to get some press?
Oh, 100%.
No. I'm taking it the opposite route.
You don't think?
I'm taking it as he was so comfortable. He's untouchable now. I'm a millionaire. What do I have to lose? What, a couple of views?
He's already threatened, starting his accounts over.
Yeah, he's done that before. Do you remember when Cory played the heel and he was smoking the cigar in the dim light and everything like that? Yeah. That was comfortable right there. That was comfortable Cory.
Yeah.
PewDiePie
Hold on, wait a minute. That was drunk Cory.
But you were in a zone, right?
I was in the zone.
You felt good, felt happy, you went into
some racial slurs in that.
If I was gonna say it, probably
that would have been the time.
So I think PewDiePie, because when you watch him, he's playing a game like a normal gamer does, and he's in his I'm comfortable. He has millions. He made a video about him getting kicked out of his house for being too loud. And it's like,
I could see that too. I could see him streaming. He's comfortable and he says it. I could see that side. But I'm suspicious because of the controversy that he just had.
It's like who's the other Disney Channel YouTuber guy that got all in the news for being wild and crazy. It's the same thing with him. Like, you've got a lot of money. And
you're young.
Yeah.
You got nobody is, told you, hey, I saw Kevin Hart when they were asking him about Justin Bieber crashing his Lamborghini, Porsche, whatever, expensive car, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, he's a kid, and you gave him a lot of money and said you could do whatever you want. What do you think he's gonna do?
Yeah.
Donate it to charity? Start raising homes and schools in Africa?
No. He's gonna go crash some expensive cars.
He's like, if I was a kid, Aaron Carter, if I was a millionaire at 16, I'm crashing Lamborghinis. Like, that's it. It's like Aaron Carter was seen with hookers out of his room.
Damn right he was.
You gave me $200 million. What do you want me to do? Like, come on now.
And I have 100,000 left.
Yeah, exactly.
They're expensive.
She was very expensive. Exactly. She'd come out the room, wiping coke off her thigh. I'm like, yeah, that's probably. Did I do that because you gave me a whole bunch of money at a young age and I don't know how to act?
Yep.
Yes.
100%.
Wow. Well, that's where we're gonna end this show. Man, we spanned the gambit on this one. That was a great show.
Yeah,
From top to bottom, amazing show. We miss Ivy. We had to move the show because tomorrow, no show. I will be traveling to Las Vegas for some energy responsibilities. The real David Webb is also unavailable, so we had to move the show to a Tuesday. We appreciate the audience we had, you guys making the adjustment. We'll put out the show a day early.
I might stream something.
Stream something, yeah.
Drop a couple of N-bombs.
There you go.
There's no more.
You do you.
Hey,
You dropped it on the show. Sir Butcher was dying. He was laughing.
were they surprised? Aaron's done it before.
Yeah, I say it. Because I don't, like I said, I don't have an issue with, But like I said, I'll talk to the black delegation about it. They'll give me a.
My white guilt kicked
talking
in when
to.
you said it. That's how uncomfortable I am.
Oh man.
Well,
That's
the whiskey
hilarious.
is all gone. That's the end of the show. We will stick around during the after show and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. That's why if you love the podcast, if you're a fan of Aaron, Webb, myself, or Ivy, you're always free to stop by the stream on twitch.tv/videogame_bang, where you can talk to us, ask us questions, tell us how we've affected your life, give us money, things like that.
Oh,
all the fun things.
Don't forget to shout out the birthday for David in chat.
And in chat, David.
Yeah.
It is his birthday. David
Yeah, it is.
Szynski.
Yeah. I didn't know how to say his name, so I just said David.
I just guessed.
Yeah.
We love to celebrate your guys' birthdays. We love everything. We just love. That's all we do on the show is we just love. I love you guys. I'm not even drunk, guys. I'm just really. I'm enjoying the whiskey. I think this is gonna be a normal thing. Wednesday is whiskey night. I'm gonna pour myself a nice glass with 4
Whiskey Wednesdays.
whiskey Wednesdays.
Wow.
4 ice cubes. a
Tequila
nice-
Tuesdays.
Nice. Nah. Can't do the tequila.
Moscato Mondays.
No, that's bitch shit.
That's the only alcohol I can think of for M's.
Moscato?
Yeah.
Mojito?
He'd probably say the same thing for that.
Moscow Mule?
Oh, there
If you
go.
guys haven't gone back and listened to last week's show, definitely do so. It was an amazing show with Pushan White doing the Dr. Nerd Love stuff. Check that shit out. That's it for the real David Webb, Aaron Carter, Ivy Doom Kitty. You couldn't make it. My name is Cory Vincent. You've just been